Brakji Hawa Brakatha, Yahweh Brakji Hawa Brakatha, Yahweh Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Lesson will be entitled The Basis of Men. Lord, will you are edified. My source, Newsbreak. Article entitled A Disease Spread by Rat Urine Decimated Native American Villages, Enabling the Mayflower Pilgrims to Land Unhindered. It was called the Great Dying Plague, and it lasted from 1616 to 1619. The plague was responsible for decimating the village of the Patuxet. The Patuxet were a Native American band that was a part of the Wampanoag tribes. They lived in the Plymouth area of Massachusetts. They were among the first Native Americans to be encountered by European settlers. And according to biblical doctrine, so-called Native Americans are the tribe of Gad. And Gad was one of the 12 sons of Jacob. And this is based on the lineage of their fathers. European settlers, are Edomites according to biblical doctrine based on the lineage of their fathers, which are modern day white people. Their village was decimated by a plague, and this enabled the pilgrims who arrived on the Mayflower to settle down unhindered. By then, the village had become abandoned. The pilgrims renamed the area Plymouth Colony. And as you can see, this is divine intervention, And divine intervention is nothing but the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The plague that decimated the Native Americans was caused by rat urine. According to an article in Slate, the gruesome plague was leptospirosis, leptospirosis. It was caused by leptospira bacteria and spread by rat urine. The favorite host of the leptospira bacteria is the black rat. Originally a non-native species, it was brought over on the ships of explorers to the New World. The hypothesis is that the rats infected with leptospira land in the New World and infected other animals such as raccoons, minks, and muskrats. The urine of these animals infected the water sources of the Native Americans. The bacteria would have been invisible in water, and it would have entered through the eyes, nose, or any cuts or scrapes in the skin. It colonizes the kidney and in the most acute cases could have led to kidney damage, meningitis, liver failure, and even death. Some infected persons might not experience any symptoms. Regardless, the village of the Patuxet was abandoned and ready for the pilgrims to take over. And that's pretty much it, Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. Basis. Going into the lowliness of men, which are the Edomites. Okay? And this shows the power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, to take a low degree people such as the Edomites and have them currently in power, controlling the entire world using the system. Okay? Job 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision. Meaning what? They mock us. Younger than I. Younger, a definition according to this term in the Hebrew, means insignificant, as well as the Edomites came from us. Okay? They came from us. All right, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Let's read this in the NLT. But now I am mocked by people younger than I, by young men whose fathers are not worthy to run with my sheepdogs. Okay. According to the King James Version, I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. And this is going into the lowliness of the Edomites, all right? Because at the end of the day, having a dog, all right, is a higher degree than an Edomite. And you know how these Edomites get down. They actually have sex with these dogs, okay? Verse 2, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Right. Because when a person gets older, a person supposed to be very knowledgeable, having great wisdom. These people don't have that. All right. Remember, they are inspired by Satan. Verse 3, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, going into when we were ruling during the dark ages, right? Verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat, and this diet sustained them. Okay? Verse 5, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Okay, let's read that again. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Why? Because these people are thieves. They have taken by force everything. They have stolen everything. Verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Verse 7, among the bushes they braid, literal, all right? They actually braid. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And case in point, because of the Edomites, okay, a lot of Gadites died. The Edomites brought the great dying plague to Gad, okay? And they introduced Gad to the black rat. Okay? These people are low people, extremely vile. Last precept. Genesis 49:19. Gad, so-called Native Americans, a troop going into the cavalry of the Edomites, shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. And guess what? We are approaching the last. Okay? And once Yahweh dispatch Yahweh Shai, all right, Esau's rulership will be over. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.